And welcome inside the George Gervin Game Above Center, Ypsilanti, Michigan, the home of the Eastern Michigan Eagles. But this afternoon, it's home of Operation Friendship. It's the Detroit Public School League squaring off against the Catholic League. We're glad to have it for you on the PreP. 2 games, doubleheader. My name is Chad Bush alongside Austin Sonnenberg. The first game we have here today, Austin, features Detroit King taking on University of Detroit Jesuit, a team that won the regular season in the Catholic League Central Division, the best division in the state. And they're taking on Detroit King, who finished 3rd in the regular season, but finished 2nd only to Renaissance in the final last Sunday.
Yeah, these are 2 top 10 teams according to our rankings, and that's Metro Detroit rankings. But according to state rankings, they're top 25, top 20, and I mean they're here to play. They want to prove themselves on a big stage, and they got players to do it.
This is a day that features 3 of the 4 Mr. Basketball finalists. We'll start in this game. It's Leroy Blyden representing that trio, and he's been the big dog for UAD. He's an impressive player. Tell us what you like best about Leroy Blyden and the Cubs.
I mean, Leroy can score from anywhere on the floor. I mean, we saw it in the CHSL finals. He kind of had, I think it was an 11-0 run against Orchard Lake St. Mary's on his own. And, I mean, he was scoring from all over the place. It was, threes, is getting to the bucket, drawing the foul, doesn't matter. He'll do it all. And he's shooting, I think it's 70% from 2 and 40% from 3 on the year. I mean, you do that, you can fill it up.
He's got Johnson in the front court, also Division I offered forward, an efficient player. You look on the other side, Detroit King and George Ward's club. They've got a couple of talented players as well in a young underclassmen group, no seniors.
Yeah, no seniors. That bodes well for next year, doesn't it? I mean, they're going to grow in together. They're going to learn to play basketball together better than they already have. I mean, they're 17-4 on the year. They've had a pretty good season, obviously. But I mean, you look at Stephen Jones. He's a downhill guard, Division I prospect, and he can get to the rack, but he can also stop and pull up on you. He can score from 3 a little bit. He doesn't take a whole lot of them, but he does shoot it effectively when he does.
Marion, not the big that can also do a lot of things. Versatile, can help him on the glass. A good Detroit King club, as Austin said, 17 wins on the year, runners-up in the PSL. These 2 teams met a couple years back in the same scenario, runners-up, the consolation game of Operation Friendship, with UDJ taking that contest 74-59. Austin and I will get you ready for the start of this one. Detroit King taking on UAD. It's Operation Friendship and the PSL and the Catholic League coming together for a contest here in Ypsilanti. Back with more from the George Gervin Game Above Center right after this.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
All right, time to meet the starting lineups for today's contest. Operation Friendship, the Catholic League and the PSL. And let's meet first Detroit King, the Crusaders, 17-4 on the year. Runners up in the PSL under George Ward Jr. in his 11th year. And we'll meet the Cubs and the starters for the Cubs. Leroy Blyden, a finalist for the PSL, for the state of Michigan's highest award, Mr. Basketball. Xavier Johnson, the other Division I prospect, 18 points a game, and he's been offered by Jacksonville and Canisius. David Herron, the third member that's committed to LSSU Lake Superior State, 14 points a game for David Herron the third. Jaden Garwood, the forward, the junior at 6'5", and then the senior Sebastian Randolph at 6'7", energy guy for UAD. They're coached by Pat Donnelly. Pat Donnelly, in his 18th year at UAD, has done a great job there. State champions in 2016. For the King Crusaders, coached by George Ward Jr., 17-4, and finalist in the PSL, Drew Floyd, the point guard, 5'10", 160-pound junior. It's an all-junior-led team. Steve Jones, Shifty Steve, the 6'2 guard, and Derek Kilgore Jr., the third guard in this offense at 6'2". He's also a junior. Tyler Hunter in the middle, the big boy, 6'8". He's just a sophomore. And Marion Knott, guy who they kind of compare to Draymond Green, can do a lot of things. Big fella in structure, but some skill to him as well. So we're ready to go. Glad you're with us. The George Gervin Game Above Center, formerly known as the Convo or the Convocation Center. But call it what you want. We're underway. King wins the tip. Left to right they come. And it's in the hands of Drew Floyd. And he'll work it against the senior Herron. Committed to Division II Lake Superior State, the top team in the GLIAC right now. Marion Knott topside. Detroit King lost to Renaissance in the PSL Finals on Sunday, 69-64. We get a turnover right away. And back and forth we go. One good turn deserves another.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing that Marion Knott versus Xavier Johnson matchup at the top of the key that we just got. Looks like they're going to be a little bit of switching today, but that's what we got the first possession.
Lots of man-to-man. Floyd cut off at the elbow, nowhere to go. Herron with that tight, sealed defense. Now back out to Kilgore. Rip, drive, Steve Shifty Jones to the rack, and he lays it in. That's Steve Jones. 32 points in a win in overtime over Groves. And King draws first blood in Ypsilanti, 1 minute gone by. Tipped into the backcourt. Blyden will return. That's an over and back. Was not touched by the Crusaders. And so early on, the Cubs are still trying to find their footing.
Yeah, King's putting some pressure on them early. They're coming out and forcing them to make decisions, but they just got to calm down, get their rhythm in the game. They'll be just fine.
All right. King in all black uniforms. Good run for them. They split the season series with their rival from Grand River and Cass Tech. Jones down the avenue again, had it ripped out by Johnson, but there's a foul on the floor, non-shooting foul, says Rick Massa, one of the officials, Jim Joseph the other. Here's the review.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they called that on Johnson. Johnson?
They did get Johnson. Ball knocked out of bounds by Blyden. Last meeting between these two teams was 2 years ago on March the 3rd, 2023 in Callahan Hall. It was a 74-59 win for UDJ. Blowing up that right sideline is Blyden, trying to get loose. Right hand layup good for the Mr. Basketball finalist named this past week. The Cubs' top scorer ties the game at 2.
Yeah, man, he's shifty, isn't he?
Yep. But he does not have the nickname Shifty Steve like this guy with a basketball. This is Hunter, Tyler Hunter, hook shot, no. Good wall up by Sebastian Randolph at 6'7". Big boy, 6'7" against 6'8". But a sophomore against a senior. Chest pass left point to Heron. Heron against this man-to-man. They'll bring the big boy out, Tyler Hunter, to defend the 5, Sebastian Randolph. It's a 5-out offense. Ball loose on the deck, poor pass, and it comes out to King and Marion Knott. 2-on-3 developing. Now a 4-on-3 developing until the travel as the rip by Kilgore is stunned.
Yeah, it seems like both teams are just a little over anxious here early on, but they're trying to get their footing in the game, calm down a little bit. Offensively, they both look a little frenzied, but defensively, they're both playing pretty solid.
They are. Blyden, 70% shooter from the floor. That's short. And Hunter gathers. Tyler Hunter, the raw big, just a sophomore. George Ward Jr. raves about this big. Rip drive, laying short. Might have been blocked. Slow to get back is Drew Floyd. Heron in the paint. Bounce to Johnson. Southpaw, short corner shot short. Offensive rebound, ripped out. Shifty Steve with a sticky hands, coast to coast. Layup good. He's got all 4 for the King Crusaders. Ball popped out from behind. And a 2-on-3, now 3-on-3. King defensively has had a little bit more activity in production. Shot up, no, but a foul. And a pep in the step for the King Crusaders this time. Kilgore, a guy known for his shooting, attacks the tin and gets rewarded.
Yeah, Kilgore here, I mean, he gets to his left hand on the right side, you know, a little trickery.
Yeah.
Throw it out there and make the defense stop you, really.
Yep. Kilgore was our G of the game earlier this year. King's game in the PSL Classic. The Crusaders will go to their bench. They'll check in number 4, Braylon Stinson, the 5'9" junior. They'll check out Tyler Hunter. And also into the game is number 44, David Bailey, who we saw in the PSL Championship game come out of nowhere to make some big-time plays.
Yeah, uber athleticism out of David Bailey.
Yep. Blyden sends it right point. Now corner Heron down low to Sebastian. Throws it out and throws it away off of his own body after it was tipped by a King finger. So far in this game, UAD has 2 points from Blyden, and that's it. And we're nearly halfway through. Couple defensive teams, Austin. I mean, no super surprise that we're in a defensive battle, but it's the turnovers that have been a bit staggering. Marion Knott from the paint. That was blocked by Garwood. Throw ahead, 3-on-1. Heron playing catch. No, Johnson got the miss and blew the bunny. Heron gets his miss. And there's a lid on that tin for UDJ.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing good defense, but everything is just feeling very rushed for UDJ right now. They're just, you know, forcing things up. That layup was rushed even.
Yeah. Sebastian Randolph from the top side triples. And we're tied at 5 with an unlikely triple from the big man.
Yeah, only 25% on the year, but he knocked that one down with some confidence.
Yep. He brings that contagious energy. And now trouble for King in the backcourt. They finally clear to avoid the 10-second. Hop, skip, jump, layup, no. But that's the fancy skill work of David Bailey. 2-on-1 the other way here with a lob, and Blyden with a lay-in. And UDJ on a 5-0 run has taken the lead 7-5.
Yeah, and this is kind of the UDJ we've become more accustomed to seeing, that fluid passes on offense, find the open guy.
Yep, Shifty Steve to the right wing to Marion Knott. The junior physical bully ball player into the paint, banks it up and good. Marion Knott with a nice skilled move.
Yeah, that was just strength.
Blyden the other way like a jet, puts it up, no, but a foul. George Ward Jr. doesn't love it and says, wait a minute, where was the foul, sir? Jim Joseph says it was right here. There's the look the other way. Marion Knott with a nice banker. So Blyden to shoot 2. Leroy Blyden, what a year, 21 points. Here's another look at that foul on the Crusaders.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of agree with George Ward there. I mean, it looked like he kind of avoided all contact altogether there.
If there was a foul, it was down near the legs. There could have been contact on the legs, and Pat the Stat says he thinks that was the case. Meanwhile, we've got a new player that checks in, and this is Solomon Spann II. Very active defender and a junior at 6'2", and a transfer from Liggett and Brother Rice. So Steve Jones to set it up, 8-7. Your score, Blyden splits the pair. And Kilgore hands it back off. And this is what UAD does defensively. They're a handful. Also into the game for UDJ is number 15, Colin Langdon, the transfer from Rochester Adams. Transferred mid-year.
Yeah, UDJ changing up their defense mid-play there.
A lot of chat and a lot of communication. Stinson sends it left wing. Now topside Steve Jones. He'll pull up for 3. Banker no good. And a strong defensive stop for Johnson and the Cubs. Blyden the other way. Back to Johnson. And had it stripped from below by King, who's been pesky protecting that paint.
Yeah, they've had some active hands tonight. But down here on the defensive end, I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. Yeah, just getting his hand in the cookie jar every time down.
Blyden between 2 defenders. Hot knife through butter to the hole. He's got 7 of the 10 for UAD.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we've come to expect to see out of him, isn't it?
Yep. Stinson to Knott to a wide open Bailey, who had it booted from behind. Spann on the run, corner, Johnson 3, no. Got his own miss. The stick back, no. And Jones with a rebound. Johnson with a rough night, shooting the basketball so far. Does so many other things well. Spin, Marion Knott, blocked by Colin Langdon. Throw ahead, Spann, layup, good. Solomon Spann II, running the lane, getting points in transition.
Yeah, that was a physical finish right there from a guy that gets most of his points from the outside of the three-point line.
Yes. 12-7 is what we have here. It's not what they have in the arena, but I don't trust what's in the arena. I trust our own guy. Pat the Stat confirms. Here's another look at the replay and the foul on the arm. Steve Jones line right to shoot 2. Free throw no good. Steve Jones, real good vision, guy that can score, downhill guy that you mentioned, plays for the family. 32 points against Groves earlier this year on 12-20 and an overtime win against Birmingham Groves at the home of the Falcons. Nice win for this King club. Also into the game for King is the lone senior, Houston Poe. Where's number 3? Now Blyden with 7 of the 12 points. Pulling up for 3. It's an air biscuit at the horn, well defended by Kilgore. And that's how we go to the break. 4-point lead for UND High. Back with more Operation Friendship on the Prep after this.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Yes, the Crusaders. Upon a great season, 17-4, yeah, they lost the PSL championship, but they've got a chance to win a district. They'll have to get through their rival and have to get through Grosse Pointe South. But some great seasons for King. Most recently, they have 7 regional championships, 800 students, public co-ed on Lafayette. Great school, and one of their best, George Gervin, the namesake of this building, the George Gervin Game Above Center. Oh, the Iceman, one of the best ever, one of the top 50 all time in NBA history. Welcome back, Chad Bush and Austin Sonnenberg. UDJ +4 in this game. They've gone on a couple of runs here. And what's gone better for them over the last 3 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're sharing the ball a little bit better. They're finding the good, smart shot rather than just, settling or turning the ball over, really.
Yeah, 7 for Blyden. Johnson nowhere to go. Against a good wall up from Steve. Shot up short, no. Blyden had it covered up. Marion Knott says, give me that biscuit. Riding Heron across the timeline. The senior Poe with it, back to Marion. And now right point for Kilgore against Xavier Johnson. Canisius and Jacksonville have offered him at the Division I level. Steve on the attack down the avenue, and we've got a foul or a jump ball. It's a jump ball. Herschel Bell came in and said that's a jump ball, not a foul. And here's another look. You get to decide.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's good positioning by Blyden. He gets in front of him and he gets his hands on the ball. That's a good call.
Yep. Fair enough. There's a whistle, and Herschel Bell wants time. And
could that be a clock issue?
I think so.
I don't think a minute's gone by already in this quarter, but maybe it has.
No, there's Pat Donnelly, the bench boss. Pat Donnelly's been in this building before.
Yeah, we got the Hunt Man down there yelling at us. They let the clock roll a little bit after the play there.
The Hunt Man's watching that clock a little closer today and that scoreboard. He's got some juice in this one. He's got his Cubs. Of course, the Hunt Man, a proud alum of UDJ. Back in the late 80s. The very late 80s. There's a pass picked off. That's Langdon the other way, and that's blocked. How about it? Shifty Steve got up. How about Jumpy Steve? Crossover down the avenue, and that's a travel and a turnover as the action starts to pick up, partner.
Man, I really wanted one play right after the other right there, but that block was fantastic. I mean, I think he got two-thirds of the way up the backboard on that one.
Yeah, it was something. 6'2", swatting 6'7". Top side Langdon 3, rim out no. An outstanding checkout by the young man Stinson.
Yes, it was.
I mean, that's how you teach it. Layup good in the foul. Hoop in the harm. Count it. And that is Kilgore with the hoop and the harm. How about Kilgore attacking 10?
Yeah, he's gotten to the basket really well today. I really like the change in his game from just, he's not necessarily only a shooter, but that's kind of all we've seen out of him this year.
Yeah.
And he's getting to the rim well.
Yes, sir. Sebastian Randolph will check back into the lineup. Also returning is Jaden Garwood. 2 fouls for Johnson. He'll have to check out. No good with the bonus. 2-point game, 2-point lead for UDJ, the winners of the regular season of the Catholic League. They lost in the Catholic League championships to St. Mary's. Garwood steps into a 17-footer and clenches. His first points of the night. He's a fine addition. 6 points a game, 4 rebounds, bounce pass, short corner left, threw it away. Marion Knott, and George Ward Jr. is going to go get him. Not happy with that call, that decision. No seniors. Well, I keep saying no seniors. There is one senior, Houston Poe, who is in there right now. Sebastian Randolph with a nice step through. And fabulous finish off the window.
Yeah, just a little Euro there, keeps his balance and puts it high off the window.
5 points for Randolph. Steele, Garwood gets the return pass, counted and a foul. Oh my, Jaden Garwood with a finish and the bonus.
Yeah, this is just a great ability to run in the break, sharing the sugar. I mean, let's get the good shot, right? Let's get the easy layup. No reason to go up contested.
Yeah, and a selfless play by Spann to do that. How often do you see guys just take it on the break?
Every game. I mean, that's one of my biggest gripes with basketball.
Yeah.
You gotta find the open guy. That's how you win basketball games.
Yep. Spann a little too handsy in the backcourt, and he fouls Drew Floyd. Drew Floyd had the game winner. The game we did last year on the prep. We've got a timeout. George Ward Jr. will take it with him with 5:25 to go until the break. UDJ +9. This is their largest lead.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Yes, George Ward Jr., one of the best. This guy won a district championship at 5 different high schools. That's tough to do. And does so many great things for young men and women in the city of Detroit. Detroit Outreach Program. Gang violence. George is very active in the community. And he loves 70s sitcoms, the Jeffersons, Good Times. And yeah, James Evans, the best 70s sitcom father ever. No doubt. There he is. He's got his own podcast as well. His buddy Raphael, he won 3 straight state titles at Cooley High. Bank shot up and good.
Man, Garwood's been something this quarter. I think that's 7 straight for him.
That's right. Pat the stat will tell us at halftime. Pull up Jones, 15-footer, no good. Blyden to the Cubs on the run. Sebastian to the rack. No, but he'll shoot 2. It's been the quarter of Sebastian Randolph. And boy, has he had quite a productive quarter. He's looking for his 7th point.
Yeah, he's been good getting to the basket, too. I maybe would have liked to see him dish that off to the other streaking wing, but, he gets to the line. It's still well played.
10 straight points now for UAD. Congratulations to UAD teacher Chelsea Cooper and her husband Zach on the birth of their new child, I believe yesterday or today. Chelsea does a great job with their journalism class, multimedia class. Congratulations to Chelsea and Zach. Zach was a pitcher at Central Michigan, rival of where we're at now in Eastern Michigan. Fire up chips.
So you say.
Yes. Top side between the rings. Drew Floyd too strong. Marion not strong enough to get the ball back. And it's going to be a push on Sebastian Randolph. So a foul on Sebastian, and that will be just his first.
Yeah, Marion not just, he loves to get physical with you. I mean,
Yeah.
Draymond Green was such a good comparison that George Ward made for him. And every time I see him play now, that's all I can see.
Yep. He's a winner. He can hit it from 3, too. Mid-post shot too strong. Sebastian with a rebound. Leroy Blyden, Mr. Basketball finalist. Commit to the University of Toledo. Splash City from the corner. That's Span City. And he's opened this thing up. It's a 16-point lead. Stephen Jones down the avenue with a rattle of the rim. Everybody woke up for a moment. It's been a 14-0 run for UDJ. Here's another look at this attack of the 10.
I mean, I didn't see that coming. He kind of jumped out of nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming either.
I mean, this is what, time 3 we've had King on this year? And
yeah, we haven't seen that.
No.
Free throw off the mark. One more to come. King will check into the lineup. Gabriel Hawkins, a 6'1 junior. Meanwhile, returning into the lineup for UAD is Colin Langdon, the 6'7 junior who was injured and missed 4 games leading into last week's Catholic League Championship at Callahan Hall. So, Blyden across the timeline. UDJ on some kind of run. A 14-1 run over the last 4 minutes. Blyden topside triple, bang! Oh, Leroy. That's another. He's up to double figures, and the Cubs are really starting to make their move.
Yeah, they just want smart shots, and they're playing such tough defense right now. It's really hard for King to do anything.
Span with a side swipe in the backcourt. Drew Floyd, that is the 3rd on Span. He'll have to check out. Here's another look.
Yeah, that's just effort. As a coach, you can't get too mad at a play like that. You kind of take your lumps with that and say, okay, now you got to sit because you got 3 fouls.
Sure. And you want your kid coming off the bench exerting all the energy he has, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's as a coach, that's what you preach. I mean, you get on the floor for loose balls. You win 50-50 balls. That's what every coach literally dreams of, is having a team full of guys that'll get on the floor like that.
Yep. Drew Floyd is one of those guys. He'll get to go to the stripe. Over the bonus, or in the bonus rather, are the King Crusaders. They have not had a field goal since the first quarter. So it's been quite the drought for King. All their points have come at the free throw line in this frame. Floyd drenches a couple. Cubs looking for more. And there is a rip away. Knott plays catch with Kilgore. He attacks and gets it ripped from below and off his body and out of bounds. And the Cubs just attacking on both ends.
Yeah, I mean, you just see 2 really smart defensive plays right there, back-to-back. Marion Knott jumping the screen and picking that pass off, and then Leroy seemingly backing off to give him a layup and then saying, nope, I'm going to still poke it away.
Yep. And contact and a foul on the elbow. They're going to get Kilgore. Now they're actually going to get Gabe Hawkins with a foul. It's 3 team fouls. Now Blyden, back to Garwood. All alone, Langdon laying good on a fine feed from the perimeter.
Yeah, Garwood's been really, really impressive this quarter.
Drew Floyd, tough luck miss on the drive, got it back. And now Kilgore will reset back to Drew. King will play perhaps their rival Cass Tech. Count that in a foul. One shot, Herschel Bell said, and how about that move?
Yeah, what a finish. I mean, the English on that ball to keep it on the rim is, oof.
We've seen some funky English both ways, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the sign of some good touch, you know.
Count it. Or some oiled up rims. Here at
One of the two.
Here at the Convo. So that's the first field goal in forever. Still a 2-touchdown lead for UDJ. Pull up Johnson three. Heel out no. King trying to make a push in the final 100 seconds. And that's the man to do it, that shifty Steve with a lay-in. Timeout on the floor. Pat Donnelly not happy. We'll take it with him back in 30 seconds. This is the Preps coverage of Operation Friendship.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Want to thank our friends at Jets Pizza, newly owned and newly opened, I should say. 734-579-0009. 10% off when you present your Eastern Michigan student ID. And $8.99 one-topping large pizza if you mention the Prep Sports. So a couple of things there. Mention the Prep Sports and you get $8.99 for a one-topping large pizza. Meanwhile, Xavier Johnson gets his first field goal. He's got 2 points, and the lead blossoms back up to 15. Short corner right, double team. Marion not had it swatted by Langdon. 6'7" against 6'4". Langdon had his shot swatted earlier by the 6'2" Jones. Jones has it now against Johnson. Final minute, lost it. Slick ball. Johnson swiped it on the run. Turns the corner, down the avenue, laying good. Xavier Johnson at 18 points a game.
Yeah, that's some shifty athleticism. I mean, just diving, cutting through the defense there and just elevating above the rest.
Pat Donnelly says just a consistent guy. We can really count on him. Athletic and rebounds well. Does so many things well. Steve Risefire from 16, in and out, no. Marion not, stick back, yes, with 28 seconds left. Throw ahead Langdon, great catch. How about the swat from behind, but the Blyden finish over the rim. Elevation. Blyden has a dozen. Kilgore the other way. UDJ speeding up the Crusaders. That's a jump ball, and that's going back the other way to the boys in white from McNichols.
Yeah, if you're King, you got to come out in the second half and realize that you're doing exactly what UDJ wants you to do. You're going as fast as you possibly can, trying to score. You know, first shot, first pass down the floor. That's not what you do. You work the ball, get a smart shot.
6 seconds left. Across the timeline, Blyden lost it, regathers. 3 seconds, got to hustle. Near steal at the horn from 19 feet, no good. And that's how it ends. A 17-point UDJ lead. The champions of the regular season in the Central Division starting to flex a bit on the boys from Lafayette. Back with more in a moment.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate! As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Some highlights from the first half. Shifty Steve and Leroy Blyden, a couple of great guards from the city of Detroit. Laying good, a little bit of English, but UDJ went on that run, Austin, a 16-0 run. Blyden was a big part of it, Heron was, but it was a lot of teamwork. The Cubs working well defensively, sealing it shut for 7 minutes without a field goal.
Yeah, it was all about that defense. You forced King into a lot of bad shots on that half, a lot of one-pass shots, and that's just, at the end of the day, not what they want to get done. They do want to get to the hole. They do want to get shots for Stephen Jones, but it doesn't want to be the first shot off a curl screen. And you know, Colin Langdon even came in and provided some big defensive minutes. I think he had 3 or 4 blocks in that first half. It was a big-time deal.
That man, too, Sebastian Randolph, had a fine first half, a triple, a couple of buckets, some great share to the Sugar. Garwood, everybody chipped in. Steals, as you mentioned, more share to the Sugar. That was Span the fourth. Corner 3, bam, Span City, Span the fourth city. And then topside, Leroy doing his thing, Mr. All Catholic, hoping to get to that big award and win it all. Mr. Basketball finalist and N1 hoop and harm, but not enough. It's UDJ with a 37-20 lead over Detroit King in this crossover they call Operation Friendship between two leagues. Very friendly. Vic Michaels of the Catholic League and Mike Evoy, along with Jay Alexander of the Detroit Public School League. They're across the way. And we thank them for allowing this to be made possible. Chad Bush alongside Austin Sonnenberg. So 37-20, Austin, I pose the question, what do you think needs to happen for King to get back in this game in the second half?
You know, they got to keep their heads up, first of all. They got to keep their heads up and keep their heads in the game. They do want to force, you know, turnovers. They want to come out and be intense on defense. But really they want to start hitting their shots, sharing the ball well, sharing the ball effectively, and just deciding to, you know, play defense.
So Kilgore to try to do that and lead the charge. King turns the corner with Steve, blocked from behind by Randolph, picked up by Blyden, run out, 3-on-2 ahead. Xavier on the run, now a 4-on-2. Xavier spins, puts it up and scores it. The Division I offered forward, an intriguing prospect, and he blossoms this lead up to 19 points, its largest.
Yeah, you know, that was a big problem for King in the first half, was getting back on defense, and it kind of comes out the second half starting the same way.
Kilgore in the corner, jacks up a 3, Splash City. Impressive inside and out game for Mr. Kilgore as Marion Knott gets up and picks it off. Pittsburgh Steeler looking. A little shove and a little bully ball, and I think Marion got busted for it. He did. Yep.
Yeah. Little off arm there, for sure. I mean, he got away with one in the first half, I think, too, but that one not so much.
Right. 8 points for Jones in the first half to lead King. 7 points for Knott. 12 for Blyden to lead the way. 9 for Sebastian Randolph. And 7 for Garwood. 5 for Span the fourth. Shot up and good, count it. That's Leroy Blyden again. Give him 14. 6.5 left. Steve Jones on the shake. To the rack. Just rolls out, but boy, can he get to the rim and finish so well.
Yeah, those long arms, it makes him really tough to guard by the defense. He's just able to be crafty and get around him no matter what. I mean, David Heron had good position on him there.
Yes, sir. Have we seen Tyler Hunter today?
We saw him early. We saw him early. I think he missed the first 3 shots of the day, and Coach took him out.
Okay, it's been a minute. We have seen David Bailey off the bench. But look, for this team to win, they're going to need this guy, Shifty Steve Jones, to do some things in this second half. 16-point lead for UDJ, the champions of the regular season in the Catholic League Central Division. Runners-up in the tournament to St. Mary's. Good two-man game there. Leroy Blyden to a flying Garwood. He has 9, and the lead opens up back to 18.
UDJ just shares the ball so well. I mean, every shot is a good shot, and when you do that, it's really hard to beat you. I mean, you're getting buckets at the rim like nothing. It's easy.
UAD will splash City. Marion Knott steps out and knocks one down. That's what he can do. Meanwhile, Blyden the other way. Stolen by Knott. Knott in trouble, lost it. Johnson over and back, and the chaos continues. Herschel Bell explains it, and here's another look.
Yeah, Marion Knott's going to be effective defensively, but let's take a look at this half court. He might have got a little shove in the back. Oh, yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. He picked up possession in his half, fell over to the other half, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, we see Pat Donnelly sharing a chuckle with official Rick Massa. All the jokes are funnier when you're up 15 with 5:30 left. Donnelly knows it's not going to be easy, though, against King, who came to fight tonight, perhaps in Ypsilanti. Not in front of his own bench. Against a pesky, tight UDJ, trying to find that post. Elbow jumper good. Marion Knott continues to impress. A 13-footer is canned with 5:05 to go. $12 points now for Marion Knott. Right wing 3, good. Splash City. David Heron, that's what he does at 38% on the year.
Yeah, Yeah, it's just hard to get yourself back in a ball game when you give up shots like that.
Kilgore tries to answer to no avail. That's going back the other way to the Cubs of UDJ, who lead it by 16 midway through the third. Don't forget, after this one, we'll have Orchard Lake St. Mary's, the champion of the Catholic League, back-to-back champions of the Catholic League, taking on Detroit Renaissance, the champion of the PSL. 15-footer Leroy Short, Marion with a stop and a rebound. To the corner, Kilgore for three, they need it, didn't get it. Big boy rebound by the athletic Xavier Johnson. Johnson against Hunter, likes this matchup. Will he blow by? He'll try. That's a hold, that's a foul. It's on Hunter. That's his first.
Yeah, I would guess that's why we haven't seen a lot of Tyler Hunter today. It's tough to move your feet against this UVJ team that gets to the basket so well.
Yeah. Perhaps he's a better matchup for Randolph. However, he as well has really slimmed down and is more of an attack guy too, on the perimeter than most bigs. Here he is now, handling the rock. Back to Blythe. It gives him space time. No good. Big boy rebound for the 6'8" Tyler Hunter, the sophomore. Drive, pickpocket, Heron. On the run, Xavier Johnson. Back to Blyden, back to Heron. Lay in, good. David Heron.
Blyden just always makes that good pass. It doesn't matter who's open. It doesn't matter what his space looks like. It just matters, you know, if there's somebody open, they're going to get the ball from him.
Very unselfish team, led by 3 scorers. Blyden at 21 a game. Johnson at 18 a game. And Heron at 14 a game. Time out on the floor. We'll take it with them. Back in a moment.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
That's Pat Donnelly in his 17th season. Native of Cleveland, Ohio, Rocky River to be exact. And went to St. Vincent College. And boy, has he been a great hire by UAD. Spent some time at Grosse Pointe North. But look, he's found a home at UAD, and it's been a great marriage. His son, Colin, works under Tom Izzo, and his daughter, Claire, works at University of Nevada, Reno. Pat Donnelly, one of the great ones. And his club, a threat to win Division I this year. And with Donnelly at the helm, you know the team's going to be well coached. They're going to be sound defensively. And they're going to be a nightmare on teams defensively. And they're not going to beat themselves. And they're going to be unselfish. And that's what we've seen tonight, Austin.
Yeah, they share the ball unbelievably well.
Just as I tell you, they won't turn it over, they do. They bleed. King with a rip. They're a tough check defensively. And Kilgore has it blocked out of bounds. Both these teams with prized defense, and that's what spearheads their attack. Here's another look at the Kilgore penetration.
It just seems like every time King presents the ball in any way, UDJ's getting a hand on it.
Yep. Marion Knott finds his way through the traffic and the trees to score it. He's got 16 in this game.
Man, he's been good today, hasn't he? He's really the only reason they are within 14 right now.
He's that guy that just shows up. Had some injuries to his legs earlier this year, surgery in October. But he's back, he's healthy, and he's ready to make a run. Timeout, Pat Donnelly. We'll take it with him. We're back in 30 seconds to Ypsilanti, formerly known as the Convocation Center.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
We are the Prep. Captain of the ship is Robert Sherby, your executive producer. Follow us on our social media. You're watching this on our YouTube channel. If you could, please hit the subscribe button. We'll provide you high school sports at the highest level we can provide it. Give these young men and women a great platform to show their skills, talents, create memories. Follow us on our social media. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and all the others. Left wing, Heron 3, no. That's long by David Heron II. Rebound by Blyden. Top side, Sebastian. Crossover, kicked it out of bounds, and that's going the other way. But yeah, we got another game after this. This one's far from over. 2-touchdown lead for the Cubs. Langdon checks in. But after this, it's Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Detroit Renaissance. I know a battle you're looking forward to watching.
Absolutely. I mean, you got stars all over the floor in that one. You got, what, 4 or 5 Division I prospects, 1 football, 4 basketball, and those are just the upperclassmen. Those are just the seniors.
Right. Steve high on the right against Span the fourth. Topside Kilgore. Shake, bake. Nowhere to go. Attack, Steve to the rack, no. Steve put back, no. Steve put back again, no. Xavier with a rebound and a 5-on-3. X leading the break. Langdon with a shake, bake, and a walk before it all.
Yeah, and look who, Marion not forcing it. Stepping up, getting in his way, and making him make a decision that forced him into a turnover.
Hunter will check out. Bailey back in. Not for 3, no. Xavier Johnson to Blyden. The top 2 Cubs play catch. Xavier lost it. Bailey stripped it. Heron took it back. Heron with a floater, no. The Lake Superior State commit is off the mark. Marion Knott, sideline right. Floater ahead, open Bailey. Blocked by Blyden, but there was some contact. And double 4s will go line left and shoot 2.
Blyden's not someone that complains a whole lot, and he really did not like this call at all. And I don't blame him. I mean, that's a two-handed grab block. I do not blame him at all. I mean, it's just from coming from behind. Refs don't like that a whole lot, especially when you pull the ball down. With nothing really he could do there other than that.
King cuts it to 12. So, here comes the pressure. Full court. After the make, Johnson spins and flies up by Hawkins into the paint. Missed the shot, had it blocked. Blocked by Bailey. Steve shifty the other way. Euro step, no. Travel before it, says Jim Joseph.
Yeah, Steve's trying to do a little bit too much himself here. You know, if you don't have that quick hitter shot, then you pull it back out and you get a good shot. And just because you're down 12 doesn't mean you don't have a whole 4th quarter to come back here.
Right. George Ward says you got to come to that jump stop. He's not wrong. Here comes that pressure. George Ward's been coaching basketball for a long time. Learned from one of the best, Ben Kelso. 3-time champion, Detroit Cooley High. Corner three, span the fourth, no. Tipped out of there and corralled by the Cubs. And it's the brightest of them all in Blyden. And Blyden gets reached in on, and that's going to go on Kilgore, number 11.
Yeah, not a bad foul to take there, though. You still got 2 more before you put them in the bonus for the quarter. And, you know, now only 3 seconds. It's what you want.
Foul to give. They got one more to give, too, if they wish. Blyden to trigger sideline play, a slob play as they would call it, with 3.3 seconds to go. In to span the fourth at the horn, and he's bodied, and that's okay. They had one to give, and with 0.6 seconds left, they'll just have a tip attempt ahead if they want to try to score. And Pat Donnelly wants to find the right play. We'll keep it right here. Want to thank our friends at Jets Pizza for making the crew food so delicious and possible. Listen, they got a special right now. You just have to mention the Prep Sports. $8.99 one-topping large pizza. Give them a call right now, 734-579-0009. Get a pizza after the game, during the game. Have them deliver it here. Just mention the Prep Sports, and also 10% off for all Eastern Michigan students with a student ID. 3040 Washtenaw Avenue, Ypsilanti, Michigan, just down the street, freshly opened, newly owned and operated. We got a couple of delicious pizzas, pepperoni, cheese. We got a salad for the Hunt Man and Pat, the 2 high-maintenance folks. Ironically, the most veteran and eldest. There are senior leaders, and they get what they want, and they want to eat healthy. The toothbrush for the colon is salad, and that's what they like, and that's what they get. So that play is done. So is the quarter. We're back for more fun on the Prep. It's a 12-point game. This thing's not over yet. Don't go away very far. This is Operation Friendship coverage on the Prep.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Oh, the Cubs of University of Detroit Jesuit, 18-3 on the year. Only 2 of those losses, though, have been on the court. Nothing to be ashamed of the 2 losses. They lost to Warren Lincoln and Orchard Lake St. Mary's, 2 state champions from last year. But state titles for UAD in 2016 under Pat Donnelly, 617 private all-boys school. Notable alumni, aside from Rob Hunter, is Cassius Winston. How about Cassius? Former All-Big Ten and Big Ten Player of the Year in 2019. Former G-Leaguer, NBA, and I know you're a very proud Spartan. You remember Cassius. You called him Casual Cassius?
Casual Cassius. That's a Tom Izzo line. Absolutely. And Matt McQuaid quoting Tom Izzo line, actually.
That's great. Oh, he's a leader, one of the best. Pat Donnelly, high regard.
Yeah, made my Spartan tenure worth it, for sure.
That was during your era.
Absolutely.
Huh? You had 4 years of Cassius?
Same time.
Okay, very cool. Heron 2 times, gets out of it, kicks corner. Garwood spins and it kicks. Xavier on the drive, lost it mid-post, ripped out of there. Who else? Marion Knott. Game high 16 points and another steal. Throw ahead, Heron to the rack, put it up and scores it. Count it for Derek Kilgore Jr. And don't look now, UDJ's cut it to 10, 1 minute into the final frame.
Yeah, King is not going to go away in this game. And Marion Knott is kind of making sure of it on the defensive end.
Yep, span the fourth, lost it. Marion Knott in the foot race. 2 against 2. Marion, bully ball, layup, no, wave it off. Foul on Marion Knott. That's his 3rd foul to add insult to injury. Here's another look.
Yeah, I don't like that call at all. I mean, he gets the position at first, but then Knott makes a point to go by him with the jump stop. He clearly gets him on the left shoulder. That's a blocking foul.
Yeah. So 3 fouls now. George Ward Jr. just wants an explanation. Man, oh man.
I don't blame him at all there.
One more look.
I mean, Knott very clearly evades that.
You thought Xavier's feet were not planted?
Well, no, his feet are planted, but he gets him in the shoulder. You got to hit him square in the chest for it to be a charging foul.
Okay. Xavier gets it back topside. Floater for the mid post, in and out, and a over the back that's going to go on UDJ. It's going to go on number 13. That's David Heron III. That's his 3rd foul. And the first of the 4th quarter. Operation Friendship. This is the runner-up game. Both these teams lost in their finals. The Catholic League's final was last Friday. The PSL's was last Sunday. Crossover down the avenue, and Kilgore draws the foul going up. This could get cut into single digits thanks to the Kilgore attack. Hot knife through butter in this paint.
Yeah, I mean, King's been unbelievable in the second half here, just in their ability to scrap and claw in this game. I mean, they're putting up a battle on every possession, especially on the defensive end.
Yep. So that's 3 fouls on Blyden now. First free throw up and good, so Kilgore sticks it. He now has 7 in this game. Meanwhile, Tyler Hunter will check out, and returning is Drew Floyd into the lineup along with Braylon Stinson. 8 points now, and it's an 8-point game. 2 minutes gone by in the 4th. Key possession. You feel the Cubs here maybe starting to feel some pressure. Starting to feel the presence, no doubt, of the Crusaders. Johnson, kick to the corner. Heron drive. Interior pass, and it could not get caught. Johnson couldn't snatch it.
Yeah, and you saw him look right at Heron and say, bounce pass, man, bounce pass. Because that's what you need in that situation. Catching a line drive at your chest is just never an easy thing when you're 3 feet away from somebody.
There you see Vic Michaels and Jay Alexander, leaders of their respective leagues, great leagues. Vic Michaels on the right, Jay Alexander on the left. Couple of great leaders of young men and women. Marion Knott with the attack. Don't look now, it's a 6-point game with 5 minutes to go and a little bit of change. UDJ was up 19 points. It's now down to 6 with 5:10 to go. Blyden for 3. Splash City. Leroy. Put a little gauze on that bleeding.
Huge. I mean, that's a huge run-saving stop. I mean, King has been just coming after him nonstop, and that kind of pulls the momentum a little bit away from him.
17 for Blyden. The answer by Marion Knott. Bang! Timeout, George Ward Jr. We'll take it with him. Oh, the answer 3 by the big boy. Bam.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
University of Detroit Jesuit has been held to just 14 second-half points. Leroy Blyden and this offense looking to get on track. Credit King and what they've been able to do defensively, Austin. Getting stops. Marion Knott with 21 points now to lead the way for the King Crusaders, who are back within 6, who answer with a 3. Trouble now in the inbounds, and finally ahead to Blyden. 2-on-3 the other way, and Leroy draws the foul. It'll be a block on Marion. No, it'll be on Drew Floyd. That's the second on Floyd.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the same call that you make down here. He hits him in the shoulder, right? So why is that a different call? But, you know, to each their own.
Blyden had 26 his last time out in the Catholic League Championship game against Orchard Lake St. Mary's. He went for 26 points, 5 rebounds, and went 10 of 12 from the free throw line. He misses here.
That's a rare miss, 88% on the season.
Yep. Nets the second, splits the pair. Touchdown lead for UAD High. Bounce pass midcourt. Somehow Floyd gets it away. It's a 2-on-1, not bully ball, and he got busted for it again. It's the push off, and George Ward can't complain. He just nods his head. That is foul number 4 for the Crusaders' top scorer.
Yeah, he keeps dipping that shoulder. Can't dip that shoulder, can't extend that arm. It's just going to get you in trouble every time.
So 4.5 left. Knott stays out there with his 4 fouls as Blyden tries to add to this UDJ lead. Lob down low, Garwood no, but a foul down on that block. And it's going to go on the smallest player on the court. That's Braylon Stinson, the 5'9" junior guard.
Yeah, great pass, great cut here. I mean, Leroy finding this guy on the baseline between 3 or 4 different defenders. It's just perfect placement.
Yeah. This is Garwood. Solid player. A nice big body, can hit the 3. Just a junior. Started much of the year. Near steal in the backcourt. Chaos. Floyd throws it ahead. Marion Knott to the front court. Kick out. Steve Jones, 3, no.
That's one you really need to go down if you're King.
That one part of his game that's not been as consistent as the other parts has been that jump shot. Blyden has been consistent, but not there. Off the mark. Steve on the run, attacking downhill, layup good. And that's what George Ward wanted to see out of number 5.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do to stay effective. I mean, he needs to get to the rim. The pull-up jumpers are nice. Sometimes they throw the defense off balance, but that's really not his bread and butter.
Right. 12 points now for Steve Jones. Xavier with a jab against Jones. Tough assignment for Steve. Cross court, Garwood for 3. Bang! Quick answer for 23. And the lead back up to 10.
I'm not sure if Garwood missed a shot today. He's just been in the right place at the right time every time down the floor.
11 points, Garwood. They get 14 after the 3. Show and go, Marion not too strong, but a late foul. It's going to go on Sebastian Randolph. And that's his second.
Yeah, not getting to the hole. He's really trying to take this game over. Sebastian Randolph really did not like this call. Let's see it here. I don't see the contact, but I mean, ref had a better angle on the body than we did there.
Yep. Knocks in the first. Time running out for King. Down 9 with 2:42 to go. They'll check in Gabe Hawkins off the bench, a 3-point shooter. Kilgore checks out. Just his second foul. And missed free throw for Marion. 22 points now for Knott to lead the building. 9-point game, UDJ trying to salt this thing away and win for the 19th time this year in 22 tries. Down low feed, Johnson lay in good, and the foul. The undercut from Drew Floyd, and the gravy on top of the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I mean, Xavier Johnson, just right place, right time. That it seems to be the sentiment of this UDJ team, right? They're all just in the right place at the right time.
Well-connected team. Donnelly says we've got 4 seniors. They're all good leaders, just different styles of the way they lead. Talks about Leroy Blyden being a gym rat, such a good teammate. Got those long arms. Todd Covert said if he was 6'4", he'd be a top 10 player in the country. Leroy Blyden on cue. Plays it in with a little rim grab and a flirt of a hammer. Steal in the backcourt. Blyden throws it ahead. Xavier with the attack. And a strip by Gabe Hawkins. How about it?
Yeah, but how do you like the Mr. Basketball candidate? Like getting on the floor up 13 with 1:40 left in the game.
Yeah, impressive. Marion not for 3. Gets it back to a 10-point game with 95 seconds left. And Marion Knott continues to dazzle. He's got 25 points now to lead the building.
Yeah, he's been really good today.
5 triples in the game to go with 5 rebounds. We'll keep it right here with 95 seconds left, 10-point game. Chad Bush and Austin Sonnenberg. Look, it's been a game that we've seen UAD get as big of a lead as 19 points. They got out and run, and UAD saw King make their counterpunch in the second half. What's been the difference down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I think King kind of got a little down on themselves in that first half, and George Ward kind of took them into that locker room and said, hey, listen, you're just as athletic as these guys. You can play basketball just as well as these guys. You just got to share the ball. You just got to kind of get your heads in the game a little bit. And they did. They made a little push, and led by Marion Knott in the second half. I mean, he's been really good on both ends of the floor.
Really has. Knott with 25 points, Blyden with 20 points. Blyden, the Mr. Basketball finalist, along with Trey McKinney, who we'll see in our next game, and along with Lance Stone, who we'll see in our next game. And along with the only guy that's not here is just down the road, Ann Arbor Huron and Makari Moore. Throw ahead pass, that's a tie up, and that's going back the other way to King after Braylon Stinson came in from the free safety spot and picked it off.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with King's fight in this game. I mean, even though they're down 10 points, they've been down double digits almost the entire second half. It doesn't really matter. They have not stopped pushing the whole time.
Yep. So UAD will go into the district and face Hamtramck, assuming Hamtramck gets by Mumford. No assumption there, but if the chalk played out, that's what would happen. Steve Jones, banker, no good. And on the other side of that bracket, you've got Warren Lincoln. Excuse me. You've got Warren Fitzgerald taking on Renaissance. And then the winner of that would take on the winner of the other side. So, I mean, you've got, it's a district that we perhaps will be at on Wednesday from Renaissance High School. We'll see Renaissance and Orchard Lake St. Mary's next.
Yeah, that's the district I'm most intrigued to see how it plays out. I mean, Hamtramck, you know, a lot of people wouldn't say is the top team in that district, but I think they can play with anybody on any given night.
Yep. Good finish at the basket for King, and that's not. He now has 27 in this game. We're under 55 seconds, and then a push. And an intentional foul has been called. Rick Massa said so. And I don't know about this. There's another look. I mean, yeah, he pushed him to foul him, but I don't know. Shot up a good George Ward saying, look, he's just trying to foul him. And yeah, George Ward's not going to win the argument, but look, he's got a fair point. I don't think it was anything egregious.
No, I mean, he was just trying to get him to the line at the end of the game, get the ball back for his team. It wasn't not like he walked up and ollie-whopped him.
Okay, now George Ward's going to get him out of the game. So the press is on. King in desperation mode trying to force something here with 50 seconds left. Johnson ahead. And UDJ on their way to their 19th win. So there's a foul, and free throws for Mr. Garwood. Good sized kid, big body, can shoot it. 6'5" out of Harper Woods. Free throw up and good. He'll be returning next year, along with Langdon. And also Solomon Spann the fourth. Some of the leaders and juniors returning next year. Clark Langdon. Garwood now with 16 points. There's a steal. Sebastian Randolph to the rack and a hammer. The rim rocker. The Ipsy Gypsy. (67-53). Not for three, not this time. He's had quite the game, though. He's done his part. 27 points, and UDJ ready to dribble this thing out. So the Cubs bounce back after their loss last week in the finals to get a win before they head to Detroit Renaissance for the districts. Meanwhile, Detroit King will regather and will head to the Grosse Pointe South District and perhaps meet their rival Detroit Cass Tech. We'll take a timeout. We'll talk to our G of the game right after this one. Back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here. Welcome back to the George Gervin Game Above Center. Time for our G of the Game segment. And it's the victorious Cub and their top leader and the newly named finalist for Mr. Basketball in the state of Michigan. Leroy Blyden, 20 points in the game, leading the Cubs to victory. Congratulations on the win and a statement win, the final opportunity before the playoffs start. Talk about this game and how important it was to win it. Did this matter much to you guys? Was this a game that you said, we got to go out and win? This is something we really want to play well for, this Operation Friendship contest.
So pregame huddle, coach told us before the game, let's get a win so we can start our playoff record, keep it, get all W's, go straight into the playoffs with a win, and get our morale up.
What's it like having four core seniors to really have as a group lead this team and guys that have played for a while together, and for you to be the leader of that group? What's it like to have that kind of a core?
It's good. It takes the load off me at areas of the court. I know they're going to bring what they have to the table every game. Depend on them. They depend on me. We win the game.
Congratulations on your commitment to Toledo. You're going to play for the Rockets. What's it been like this year for you, having that already decided, knowing that you're going to play in a very competitive Mid-American Conference for Todd Kowalczyk?
It's good. It takes the load off me of being stressed and trying to figure out that I still have to prove something, even though I do. But it was just like take a lot of stress off me.
Lastly, what's it been like playing for Coach Donnelly and this great 4-year stretch that you've had with him in this Cubs program?
It's been amazing. He helped me a lot. He helped me grow a lot, as in seeing the floor, making the right reads, knowing when to score, and just translating the game for me from his perspective.
Congratulations, man. Keep it rolling. All the best to you. Continued success this season and beyond.
Thank you.
All right, that's our G of the game. Leroy Blyden, 20 points tonight for the top Cub finalist for Mr. Basketball in the state of Michigan. Back with more right after this.
Everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
behind the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
So, UDJ wins this thing by 15 points over Detroit King. Some of the highlights as you see Blyden, our G of the game, with a sweet, thoughtful pass. A lot of assists, a lot of helpers in this one, Austin. And this was a game that we saw the stars shining brightly on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to give a little shout out to Marion Knott there. He had one of the better games, probably the best game that we've seen him play, both offensively and defensively. But UDJ was just too much for him. I mean, they shared the ball incredibly well. Everybody got in the score sheet. It seemed like every starter had 10 points at the end of the game, and, you know, they were just rolling.
27 points for Marion Knott. You see him there stepping out, doing his thing. Steve Jones also chipped in with 14 in the game, but too much from so many folks, including that man, Garwood with the finish, Johnson there, the front court, the back court, too much. Blyden with the laying over the 10. And the Cubs win it, going away for the 19th time this year. King, meanwhile, gets set to enter the playoffs. Despite the loss and back-to-back losses, quality teams, and prepares them to perhaps go against their rival if they can get past Grosse Pointe South, who they're certainly not looking past.
Right. I mean, they got a tough district. We talked about it yesterday, you and I. I mean, we've covered all 6 teams in that district, and they got some talent on every team, and they're going to have a challenge, not only getting past Grosse Pointe South, like you said, but, you know, the eventual finals of Cass Tech. That's always anybody's game. That's how that game goes.
You bet. All right, time to get out of here. I want to thank this great crew for making this broadcast possible. Austin Sonnenberg on color commentary and on audio. Robert Sherby, your executive producer. Kyle Buchanan on replay. The Hunt Man, Rob Hunter, on graphics, doing a great job. Fish on camera 1, on camera 2, that's Big Dale, and on camera 3, that's Ace. We thank him. Pat the Stat on statistics. My name's Chad Bush. So long, everybody. Thanks for watching.